Hey guys, welcome to Storytime, part 13 of when I was a correction officer back in the 90s. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to get into some of those stories down Lorton. And I was working at Central. They used to call that Big Lorton. So, I was working over at Central, and I happened to be working the midnight shift, the 12 to 12, I think it was 12 to 8 in the morning. And I was working the shift, and then on this shift, I catch two male inmates in the same bunk, in the same bed, which surprised the fuck out of me. But then again, nothing surprised me in the DOC because you never know what you're gonna find in the in these dormitories, especially down Lorton. Because like I said, Lorton was like you had Las Vegas Strip. Straight up. Like, I mean, and the contraband was out of this world, but we're going to get into some of those stories too. But anyway, I had, the dormitory was quiet. Everybody was down for the night. And I happened to, because you got to do your count. So I was doing my count. It's probably about, because I think we were doing counts back then, like every hour on the hour, stuff like that. Because you got to make sure everybody's okay. You got to make sure nobody's getting raped. You got to make sure no stabbings, no stealing. You just got to do your job when you're a CO. And like I said, I'm one of those COs. I was real nosy. I want to see what the fuck is going on. Because at the end of the day, I got to watch my back, my officer's back, and we got to watch each other. So somebody got to do it. So like I said, they used to call me the police. So anyway, I happened to do my security check. So I'm doing my security check, and I'm walking down the dorms, and the bunk beds, they lined up like that. They, dormitory style. So I'm doing my head count. So I got my board, and I'm going down. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So supposed to be, I would say, 80 inmates in the dormitory. But for some reason, I keep counting 79. And I didn't understand, and I did it twice. And I said, oh shit, did they escape? Somebody missing or somebody hurt? So I goes in the bathroom. I'm like, then I go back to the front, and I'm telling the officer, I said, I just did a count. This is the second count, and I'm still counting 79 inmates. I'm not counting 80. So 80 heads. So the officer's like, wait, hold up. I'm going to back your count. So the officer come behind me, and we counting. And as we're counting, he said, look, whoop-de-whoop. There's number 80 right there. Man, he pulled that sheet back, or the blanket, whatever you want to call it. And Lord and behold, wasn't this girly kind of inmate in bed with a roughneck? Yeah, one of those cock diesels. And I said, what the fuck? I said, why are you in this, what's going on here? So I'm like, break this shit up right now. So we bring the inmates to the front because now we got to write incidents reports and everything like that. But this is the kicker. So I'm looking at the male inmate, and why the male inmate got on a thong, a girl's thong, like a Victoria's Secret kind of thong. And I'm like, where did this come from? Because it's not on the list of what you can get. And I was like, oh my God. So I'm writing the incident report and everything like that. Because, of course, they're going to be, locked down, and you got to take, you're going to have to remove him. So we had to remove the other inmate out of the dormitory and put him in another dorm. But in the meantime, I'm writing the incident report, and me and the officer, and we like, where did you get these thongs? And y'all ain't going to believe this shit. But this particular inmate, you know how he got those Victoria's Secret panties? When the dude's girlfriend came down for a visit, they back then you can go outside and like they could touch, feel, like It was open. So you could go outside and walk in the rec yard with your girl or whatever, sit under the tree. That's how Lorton was. The girl would take off her, before she leave, take off her panties and give it to her guy. And, yeah. But which little did she know, when they take off those panties to give them to them, to their guy is giving it to another guy. So yeah, there you have it. Stay tuned for part 14. It gets even worse.